So just a quick word from me. First and foremost, super grateful. Place is packed. Grateful for... Alright, let's do that again. Grateful for all the support we've been getting ever since we started nothing. As a new brand, it means so much to us. And grateful for all the friendships. A few familiar faces here tonight. So yeah, massive thank you to all of you for coming. We started nothing now over 3 years ago. At the time it was in the middle of the pandemic. We're all working remotely in our rooms. And all we had was a book. It's a design book with all our concepts, all the sort of nothing identity, with all kind of transparency and so on. And it took us a few months to get started with A1, and then here we are, 3.5 years down the line, and we're extremely proud of what the team has accomplished. We really proved that there was appetite for a brand like nothing. We now sold over 2.5 million products. So for sure, it's a big accomplishment. Trust me, this is probably one of the hardest industries to be in. So 2.5 million units, it's a first massive achievement. And last time I was looking at that book, and all those were just concepts. And actually, a lot of them turned into actual products. And the next chapter, Phone 2A, funny enough, it's very close to the first ever smartphone concept we had, and that was end of 2020. It had this kind of NFC code at the top of the phone. It had the curved FPCs, it had the glyph interface, and this very kind of what has become a very iconic, nothing transparent design. So I'm super excited. I'm actually super pumped. This is a very special product for us. So tonight, you'll be the first ones to see it. It's going to be the first place in the world where we're going to showcase it publicly. So please, go hard on the content, go hard on the pictures. Let's make as much noise as possible. That's very important. And let's unbox. It's not as big as that. This is just a box, huh? So I think now we start with a countdown. We start from 10. 10. Alright, so we start from 10. I just wanted confirmation. And maybe someone to help me on this because it's a massive one. We've got 2 people. Alright, guys. Countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, here is Phone 2A. Alright, big round of applause. I feel like you missed a bit of energy here. So you have a few of those being displayed around. This is the main stage, but feel free to kind of go around and let's have a nice party as well, eh? Thank you, everyone.
It's like the management's like, oh, we gotta get this.